Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bottoms Up Podcast. It's been far, far too long, and honestly, I didn't even research what episode number this is. That should have been done. Maybe this is Season 2, Episode
Blue just
1.
said 39?
No, it's 29.
29. I was off by 10.
Maybe we could just be Season 2, Episode 1.
Oh,
There you go.
I didn't make that too.
Boom! The reboot.
The reboot. So welcome back. We're a gaming podcast, if you've never listened before. We're going to quickly introduce who's all involved. Unfortunately, one of the members is missing this week, and he'll be missing next week. I just want to mention TM Sonic 1228, who was one of the originals, is just not here for this week or the next week, so I just want to give him a shout-out, bud, and we hope to see you soon.
He's got a theater production, and we wish him luck.
Well, let's
hope he's doing
introduce
well.
the first person, which is Blue.
I was gonna say, as he doesn't tell me who's gonna go first.
I thought we went over this before.
It's alright.
Well, everyone knows that I generally go first if you've watched other episodes, but sometimes we like to mix it up. So, hey everybody, I'm Blue Blazing Demon. If you're any mildly interested in anything video game related, I know lots of information, and that's all I read all my life. So yay. And we have lots of info coming your way, just in, the next hour. It'll be a lot of fun.
I myself, I am Odin Spack, I'm just going to be Odin, obviously, on the podcast. Play a lot of video games, stream a lot of games, been around gaming all my life, and it was one of the reasons why I was interested in doing this whole podcast thing in the first place. So, happy to be here. Then next we got Health.
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Health. I'm kind of just here. I'm the silent H in Bottoms Up.
The invisible H.
And then lastly, we got Shots.
Yeah, so I'm Shots. I don't know. I've never really had a whole lot of experience with gaming, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten more knowledge and more experience, and I feel like it's carried into play now, so just give you guys a little click noise, and that's all good.
And then once again, TM is absent. He just goes by TM, not TM Sonic 1228. But that is his full name. You can look us all up on YouTube or on Twitter. As well.
Or on the Bottoms Up website.
I mean, you beat me to it, but once I revive that thing, it will be bottomsup.webs.com for both talking, forums, and video game discussion. You can also follow us on Twitter at bottomsup or on YouTube, youtube.com/bottomsup.
Which is probably also where this audio document will be going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now over to Blue, who's going to talk about this week's topics.
Okay, so this week in gaming, there's been a lot of information. We're also going to cover some older topics since we haven't been up and around for a while, and you're going to see that in the upcoming weeks. I have a rotation of ideas, but for this week, in terms of gaming news, we're going to talk about Nintendo going mobile and the new Nintendo NX system, which was announced the previous week. Then we'll go through the Nintendo Direct that happened this week. A bunch of small little topics there to go through. We'll then also be talking about Kojima leaving Konami. That happened earlier this week to late last week. And then also the Halo 5 trailers that were released this week. They're not really trailers, more like commercials. And then we'll go through, outside of news, we'll talk about our current project/gaming goal that we're currently working on, and then one game we've all been playing recently. So small little topics there, but with a lot of areas to talk about. So
I don't know, the Halo 5 commercials, I don't think they were like commercials. They were more like pre-hype trailers.
they were played as commercials.
Yeah, true enough. Okay, yeah, I see how that works.
On TV, that's where they came from.
Were they on TV? That's actually neat. Yeah. Did not know that.
Yeah. No, I saw one of my roommates watching the live action thing.
Did they announce it or anything?
So we talk about Halo 5 first?
Sure, let's just roll right into Halo 5.
Alright, let's just roll to that, because we're already doing it anyway.
True enough.
So yeah, we just watched the trailers for that, and if you haven't seen them, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll probably put links in the description just to make it easier, so you can follow along. But it shows both Master Chief and Spartan Locke, right? Is that right?
That's supposedly his name. We didn't know that. Now we do.
Right.
Is it just like the name of the group, or is that the actual like character's name?
That's the character's name.
Okay.
That's the character's name.
Okay.
And it kind of shows like two like alternate realities or something. So maybe like Blue was we were talking about this a little earlier just before we started. We actually just watched the trailer. Possibly like 2 separate campaigns or like or just, I don't know.
Maybe it's like you make a choice or make several choices in the game, and that like shapes your outcome by the end. Like, who knows?
It seems a little too free roam for Halo, but I'm not gonna say that's not a cool idea, and I can definitely see it happening.
They'd be borrowing from BioShock if they did that, but like I wouldn't say that would be a bad thing for Halo either, though.
It kind of looks that they're following with like the old tropes of like, how long are you willing to be the hero before you see yourself become the villain?
Right.
Yeah, that's true too.
I still stand that I think it's Chief going rogue. If you know anything of kind of how the structure of the Halo universe, since I've played quite a few of the games, I'm actually not a huge Halo fan, but I somehow play most of the games. Just probably because I like gaming. But
that's true.
I've just played all the stories just about, other than, I've played a good amount of Reach and all them. But the Spartans are looked at as kind of amazing soldiers, but also very scary, and they don't like them. Typical humans generally don't trust them unless they're in a time of war. And since the Halo 4, Halo 5 universe is pretty much... I know it's been a long time because Chief was cryogenically put to sleep at the end of 3. It's been a long time, but the state is considered that the world is kind of still at peace. We haven't seen anything outside of that. So Chief is not looked at as a good thing right now. People don't like him. Just because of how brutally strong he is. And so hopefully going forward we'll see what happens with Chief and his story, but I still think he's going to go rogue because they want to shut down the Spartan program and they want to kill off all the Spartans. Is kind of the story that you get at the very beginning of Halo 4, so if you call that a spoiler, go watch freaking opening trailers.
Spoiler alert!
What's the release date again?
November most likely.
Yeah, I was going to say
I
probably
they gave a
November.
release date.
No, they
see
didn't
that.
give one.
Let me see.
Oh, wait,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
they
look
did.
it up. No, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Pretty sure that they did now that I'm thinking about it.
So anybody hyped for Halo 5?
No,
Maybe?
not really. Not a
No,
huge
I've
Halo
never
fan.
played any of the Halo games other than multiplayer, so...
If they do something different, like they change up the actual gameplay of it and actually make it more than just a first-person shooter, you got my interest, but... I don't know, man. Just like, point, shoot. I've played it all before. I'm kind of out of that phase.
Okay. No, I'm semi excited for the story pieces. You know, I like the Halo lore.
Well, I'd
Very
like it.
interesting.
I'd like it if it wasn't like if. I guess what I'd look for more in like a Halo is like I'd hope for like an open world Halo. I don't really like the like get to checkpoint,
I
race to
understand.
point A and B. So
I'm just saying, for me, it's the story that is gonna make me go towards it.
Well, I've loved
And
the story in Halo 1,
and
so.
TM and I have been playing them for a while now together. We
Yeah,
kind of go back and
that's-
forth with the story
Does
together.
he have it? TM doesn't have an Xbox One.
No,
right?
but he says he'll have to see how it turns out, and then if they announce a Gears
Yeah,
this
that's the,
E3, that'll be the selling point
that's
for
the thing
him.
I want to get into in a later podcast because I could go on for a bit, but I kind of want to talk about next gen and how
Let's
it's poop.
Yes, yes, it is.
We'll
can
save
talk about
that.
it in the upcoming
We'll
weeks.
save that.
But
We'll
yeah,
save that for next week.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
tidbit into
it's a spoiler alert. I also think that the new gen
Yeah.
is poop.
I personally think that is a conversation for 3 weeks when TM is here because
Okay.
TM has next gen with me.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
true.
I sit here in my own camp
Defend
saying
it- defend
it's
it
good,
cases."
it's good, and I got 3 people going, it's garbage, it's garbage.
Screw you! You don't have an opinion. You're the minority.
So our release date on Halo 5 is October 27th.
Wow, that's
So-
actually pretty early. Like I expected, usually November, but I guess they're trying to get in before COD and.
Call of
Yeah.
Duty. Have they even
Oh.
announced the new Call of Duty yet?
I mean, it's been announced
They've
by
been rumored.
ever for it's just announced. So
I say it was rumored.
It's,
It was rumored
it's
by
pretty
Treyarch.
much a prediction that Call of Duty's gonna come out around Remembrance Day next year.
Treyarch sent out a tweet, Chris, earlier,
Yeah?
like 2 weeks ago, I think, that said the next Call of Duty game starts with a B and an O. So you can guess it's
Ew.
Black Ops 3.
Ew. Okay, let's move on from that. I don't want to talk about this
Yeah, I
anymore.
actually like Black Ops.
Nintendo
Do we
Direct.
want to talk about the? Are we gonna talk about Nintendo? Or I just figured we could just go over the Kojima part because then we could just talk about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All right.
roll
Yeah.
in, so-
Okay. True enough. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
We might as
The
well
big
go
news
through.
for Chris and I know Odin and
it's-
Health kind of know this, but it's kind of big news for Chris and I is that
It's-
Kojima's leaving Konami.
It's not big news for me, man. Like, cause honestly,
You're
like
big into Metal Gear.
Man, I support Kojima and everything Kojima does. Metal Gear's probably gonna lose its luster. Like Kojima adds everything, all the goodness to Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I agree. It's still
Konami-
big news. You lose Metal Gear. You're
it's big.
losing
Now,
Metal Gear in its own rightful sense.
He is staying until 5 is done, right?
Correct.
And I'm
He is
hoping
going all the
I
way
want
till
him to
5 is
finish
done.
up. I want him to finish up Silent Hills as well. That's just
So that's
me.
not gonna happen, probably. Because
We don't know about Silent Hills.
Hills
We only know-
a Konami game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's still Kojima Productions under it.
Yeah.
No,
but-
no. Kojima's production is gone from
No.
everything now.
No, but they can't take his shit
They did.
off of Metal
They
Gear Solid
are.
5.
You're behind. They have removed it from Metal Gear Solid 5. They've removed it from Silent Hills. They've removed it from Zoe the Ender. He's leaving. They're removing his product name.
Why would
making
they remove
another
his
Zone of
product
the
if he still
Enders?
worked on it though? That doesn't make any sense. That would
They
lead to
they
some
just got rid
legal-
of Kojima Productions. It's now considered like Konami, what is it, Las Vegas or something? Or not Los Angeles.
Oh, so they just bought the development team for.
Well, no, they already
They
owned
didn't
it.
buy it. They owned it. They changed the name.
It was an in-house brand. It's kind of like how Hudson Soft or HAL or something like that is like Nintendo. You know, like
Yeah.
it's kind of always intelligent systems, retro.
Right.
They're all
Oh.
in-house.
Okay, but they're not gonna. So they're taking Kojima Productions off of everything.
Yes,
They've
but
done it. You're behind.
Kojima
They've already
can
done it.
he can like go and do whatever he wants. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah,
and
well,
I will
like, I
support
don't
him
know.
with whatever he does.
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm
to me he's
saying.
a phenomenal
if-
producer.
I feel like he's probably gonna go on and make horror movies. Like he might not even, if he doesn't finish up with Silent Hills, that'll be a huge like letdown for me because it looked pretty freaking good.
He's the next Inafune. He's gonna start a Kickstarter for some stealth
Take
game
all my
that
money. Take all my money.
vaguely resembles Metal Gear Solid.
Take all my money and then run away. That is what Mighty Number 9 is for me.
Man,
But we'll see. I actually enjoyed the beta of what I've played of Mighty Number 9, so we'll see how the full product goes.
But
So-
it really, you know what? Konami's missing out. Unless if there was a falling out and it was Konami's fault that Kojima left, they're idiots.
they really
That's
are.
what I
No.
say.
Yeah, like Kojima's gonna go on. He's gonna do anything. Like
Like, what else do they
anything
have?
he touches is gold.
What else do they have? Like, just think, the new Castlevania was made by him.
Oh, was
Silent-
it?
Oh, wait,
yeah,
what?
Was
he-
it
he-
actually?
yes,
I don't
he
even
made
think anybody
Lords of
really
Shadow.
liked it either.
Oh, man.
No,
Did
Lords of
anybody like-
Shadow did really well.
Really? Oh, wow.
Critically and by people, it actually did really well. But then Lords of Shadow 2, which he didn't have any influence on,
Sucked.
was meh. So anything he touched in Konami, he did really well.
It's because he's a genius, man. Like you just get people once every millennia that anything they touch is gold, and Kojima's
Well, it's
one
like-
of those people.
It's like Shigeru Miyamoto. I mean, there's just people who know
like
really
Shigeru Miyamoto to a point. Kojima more so, man. Kojima is like his games are like
So,
perfect tense
Chris,
every time.
Chris,
What's up?
you're a story man. I'm a gameplay man. I will take Shigeru Miyamoto.
Hey man, Metal Gear Solid 5 looked
Over.
like it had some
All I'm
great.
saying-
Well, like
is-
here's the thing: is that
Okay.
Kojima's like storytelling ability, like that shit is difficult, and he just makes it look easy.
Yeah.
Well, think about his like music composition in the games and stuff. Like, man,
You act like Shigeru Miyamoto didn't have a hand in that.
no, he does obviously, but like when you think of like Zelda and stuff, it's Koji Kondo. Like,
Like,
You
you
hit-
think that. You
Koji-
think that.
but Kojima has a hand in everything for Metal Gear. Everything, like he's
Right.
everywhere.
And that's why Konami are idiots.
And
yeah,
they're screwed.
It's a shame because me and Shots actually, well, I hadn't seen it before. He had. We just watched through. Like I watched through a playable like the PT. I watched through it because I didn't play it. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of interested in seeing this. So I just watched someone play through it, and man, that looked amazing. I was like, it's a shame that this isn't gonna. Well, when it does happen, there's no way it's gonna be this good. It's no. So
It's man.
it's
Honestly,
really a shame.
it's
so.
a huge thing for Konami that Kojima's leaving. That's astronomical. Konami's probably gonna go under, or something stupid's gonna happen.
Whoa. Okay, let's not make such bold claims until it happens.
That's true enough, I guess. Maybe
No,
maybe
no.
they'll
If
be able
if
to
it
survive.
happens, then Chris, you all know that Chris is going to be like,
Yep.
I called it. Down
I
with
said
me.
it first. You heard it here first.
Followed by, hey guys, want to go in and buy Konami?
Actually, if I had the money and I could buy their IP, I would, because I think I have some really good ideas for Castlevania. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you guys, can I mention that between you and Health?
I don't know, Health. Do you wanna? Do you have any?
Like,
not- you don't have
want to
like.
talk about it right now?
I kind of don't want to add it in for like coming back. We'll talk about it like a couple weeks from now.
Okay. I'll drop that then. We won't talk.
We have our project. Let's just say Health and I have a project that's pretty near and dear to us.
Project
And
Shadow Moses.
I know Odin and Chris are very interested, or sorry, Shots, very interested in this. So
Yeah, I figure in a couple weeks we'll probably have more to show, or more to talk about. So
It gets a project name, so like
All right, let's move into
Project Raccoon.
Nintendo.
yeah, lots from Nintendo. Oh boy. So let's talk the older news before we start talking the newer news.
The two big announcements.
Yeah, a lot has happened since, and it's kind of what sparked this to start up, is because there's been a ton of news in the gaming industry the past few months. They've really come out on all cylinders. Like I said, we talked about Konami and Microsoft, and now we're going to Nintendo. But the big news that has been the internet's cry for years.
Yeah.
Nintendo's going mobile.
Yeah. They bought DNA, pronounced DENA, or no, spelt DENA, but pronounced DNA. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's how it is.
they didn't.
They
didn't
bought
buy
them. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they own like at least.
I thought they
15%.
owned like 50.
They bought 10%.
Oh, was it only
10%
10?
of the company. Yes, they literally traded 22 billion yen between stocks between each other, and that gave DNA 1.5% of Nintendo, and Nintendo bought 10% of
Yeah,
DNA.
Nintendo's
But
got
if you
the
know
money.
anything about percentages in terms of stock, 10% is a giant number
Mhm.
in a globally traded company.
Right.
That is essentially giving Nintendo the foot in the door to say whatever the hell they want to say.
Yeah.
Well, they own a majority of the company now, though, don't
No, but
Yeah.
the higher percentage that you own, the more say you have. So
In
like,
case this wasn't clear, though, just to make this clear, Nintendo is making mobile games like for phones.
Yeah.
And services. It's not just games, it's also services. And it seems like their new service, since they got rid of Club Nintendo, and they want to take their Nintendo network and fuse it into a mobile service that you can access on both your phone, computer, Nintendo Wii U, 3DS, and also the thing that they announced along with it is the Nintendo NX.
Which
Right.
is its own console, because I was
Yep.
kind of...
Yep,
it is
Nintendo
its own
NX is going to
console.
be its next system. We don't know if it's handheld. We don't know if it's home system.
I thought
So
I'd heard it was a console.
See, I'm not sure. It would make sense for them to release like a cell phone brand if they own mobile games now, and then have their own like eShop app store. To me, that would make sense.
I agree.
I would argue against it.
No, I would-
because you're trying to fight Apple and Google.
yeah, I would
And
argue
that's like a
against it.
giant you don't want to fight.
Yeah, just
And that's true too. That is very
because
true. You
like
don't-
like at least for
especially like iPhones and stuff. Like
yeah, like
iPhones are
phone wise, if Nintendo like threw their hat in the ring, it's like, oh, we're gonna make a phone. It's like you literally just went from the frying pan into the fire.
I guess all they need to do is make games. They don't actually have to make the hardware for it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So, but
because Mario on iPhone prints money.
we can assume that
Well, apparently they're gonna
their
make their
mobile
new
games
IPs
will
and
probably
stuff, too.
work on their new platform. I would hope.
But the way they talked about it is that it's going to be kind of exclusive games for the cell phone. And the reasoning for it is they want to use it as marketing brand tools. They want to be able to market their products and get you more interested in Nintendo products by having those mobile apps, which is going to be very difficult to do, especially in this mobile-centric world that we live in now, to get people away from that and buy a more dedicated device. That is why Nintendo's taken so long to do it, and they've been trying to map it out before they kind of go at it, because it is an incredibly difficult task to achieve.
And you
if
can
really think
already
it through.
And you can already see their kind of like trial runs with like the two recent Pokemon games have been like a freemium style game, and that's probably more of what we can probably expect. Well, okay, sorry, one of them is only actually out. The other one leads into the next thing we're going to talk about, which I guess I'll go. You know what? I'll just go over this fast. The first one was Pokemon Shuffle, which
is actually really good. I
right,
actually
but
play it.
a freemium game though, right?
Yep,
Nevertheless,
it was
so
completely free. It's basically Candy Crush, but with
Yeah,
Pokemon.
exactly.
And with is it Pokemon Trope? Is that the name of that style of game? Where you
Troze.
kinda-
Troze.
Is it Troze? Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought it was a P. That basically you kind of pick your team and you fight giant guys, like monster heads, and you try and collect them as your Pokemon.
But you
And
do
then
have, the option of spending real money to
yes,
continue
you can
playing.
buy. Well, you get like 5 hearts, and you get a new heart every half hour, which is a ridiculous timer. Let me just
Right.
put that out there. And then you can buy. I think $1 gets you 5 more hearts or something like
Something like
that. And then
that,
if you
but-
pay like $50, you get 80 to 100 hearts. So obviously with deals going up from that standpoint, but
Yeah.
that's how it works.
That's not really a deal at that point. That's a lot of money.
Mhm.
Regardless, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so just an early prediction. They're definitely bringing Flappy Bird back. Flappy Bird is making a comeback. Nintendo's
What,
going
with
to make
Star
you pay
Fox?
for it.
What, with Star Fox?
No, man, like actual Flappy Bird. Like
Oh,
Flappy
yeah,
Bird with the
okay.
bird and the Mario pipes. Like it's coming
No,
back.
No, thank you. I would no. No, please.
You know it's
the
going
other
to
thing,
happen.
the other thing, which goes into our next topic, but was announced at the thing we're about to talk about was Pokemon Rumble something.
Rumble
Rumble
World.
World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also a freemium game. It's
How
free
do-
to download, but I can't remember what
How do
you
you
have to pay
guys-
for.
You buy these things. Just wait, okay? So I'm just gonna pitch an idea to you guys, and you tell me the name of this product. Okay?
Alright.
We're gonna have this currency. It's gonna be a Pokemon game. Okay? I'm thinking diamonds. What should we call these diamonds that I want to sell to people?
I don't know, what are they
Gems.
Polka diamonds.
Oh.
Yay.
When I saw the name, I was like, wow, they just slap Polka on everything, don't they?
called? Yeah.
Oh wait, you're
That's
serious?
their way of branding
Poke
things.
yen, Poke dollars.
Well,
Pokemon.
Poké Dollars was a thing for.
Yeah.
I just-
So no, yeah, it's Polka diamonds. It's
Oh,
the
I didn't
currency
know that you were
buy.
actually serious.
I was. I'm dead serious. This is what the direct said.
This is
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what they're
Blue's
called.
direct, like deadly serious voice.
I feel when
This
it
is my deadly
comes
serious
to
voice.
Nintendo Mobile, they're gonna start having a lot of Pokemon related
So then,
things
like,
on it.
here's my question then about Nintendo going mobile. Because they are going to have such a large, like, market, are they going to go with iPhone? Are they going to go with Google?
Be
Like,
honest. What do you
if-
think?
if it-
What do you
Both.
think?
Oh, they're definitely going iPhone, boys.
They're definitely going both.
Definitely going both?
Definitely. Largest market.
So they're going to, but that, I don't know how that, because normally,
works
like, the
just
iPhone
fine.
has app-specific, like, iPhone app-specific.
No.
Yeah, but
No.
there's like
Aside from,
sometimes, but like there's
No.
general
there's
Facebook.
plenty
Most
of-
games, no.
there's plenty of apps that share between the two of them, like
It's
Clash of
stupid
Clans.
not to develop for both.
I was going to
That's
say
true.
90% of apps, especially games, I would say games even higher to 95%, are beyond both
But they wouldn't
platforms.
just, they wouldn't just make game apps. They'd probably make, like, wikias and stuff, too, like little strategy
Again,
guides or whatever.
and it'll be on both.
Okay.
Trust me, it'll be on both.
Okay. I was just asking because I have a Monster Hunter app for Monster Hunter, and it only works on the iPhone. So
Well, that's
Yeah, but
Capcom being
They've only been
stupid.
develed by
it wasn't even developed by Capcom. It was
Yeah, I'm
Right,
saying
it was a
whoever
third-party
made it,
person.
yeah, it could have just been some person who owns an iPhone. Was like, I want this on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But they're not Nintendo.
They are not
Right.
Nintendo.
And the company wants as much money and as much largest share of market they can get their hands on.
Mhm.
So any thoughts before we move on to
I was
the
gonna say
Direct?
we didn't really talk about the NX too much.
I was moving on to the the NX. Thoughts on the NX?
It's probably gonna. I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing really said about it.
You don't
yet.
really know enough.
Zelda might have
information
been
about it,
delayed
do you?
for it. That's about
That's
all we
what I
know right
said.
now.
Oh, I really hope not.
That's what I said. I'm standing by. NX is a home console. It's gonna have a Twilight Princess-esque release. Where it'll be released on Wii U and NX, or maybe
That
just
would-
the NX. Maybe
That would
just
really
the
suck.
Oh, if
I
it
would
just
be
got released
so
on the
mad
NX,
if
I'd
that
be pissed.
happened.
NX.
I would be furious with Nintendo. I'd be like, you guys are a bunch of grimy motherfuckers.
But I called this this happening like last year. I was like, you know what? Nintendo's done with Wii U already. They're already moving on to their next thing. And I'm not surprised. So
No.
I don't know if they
What about the
delayed
rumors for the
Zelda
NX?
for
Have you
that,
guys
though.
heard about the kind of ideas
what
that they want
rumor?
to do for it?
No, I haven't heard any rumors.
All right, so the main rumor, and this isn't really a rumor, it's more of actually what they've said in their press conferences. They're looking at doing a system that is both portable and home console at the exact same time. They want to be able so you can pick it up, play it at home, drop it on your TV, and then if you want to leave and play it on the go, you can just pick it up and take it with you.
That would be amazing.
So they're
So-
making a tablet?
So 3DS
No,
with
just
docking
have it.
station.
Yeah, it's basically a docking station that allows you to play at home. And because right now they're building a software platform that lets you be able to port both their handheld games and their Wii U, like 3DS and Wii U, they want to take those two and make a platform where if they build a game, they can just flip like a switch essentially in their development program that allows them to be like, now it's on the 3DS hardware, now it's on the Wii U hardware.
You know, it's kind of an interesting idea, though. If they make it, okay, just throwing this out there, if they make a tablet, for instance, with this docking station. Let's just say this, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it'd be connected to any kind of home peripheral, like a console or something, but it would kind of lead the way into having these apps being put, at least their apps on it at the same time.
Yep.
Just
I
throwing
mean,
it out there.
The idea, yeah, no, I'm not against that. I think that would be really beneficial. I mean, looking at it, it actually is probably the best way to go. Because if you look at the market currently, at least like hardware sales wise, you have roughly 50 million to 60 million 3DSs. You have about 10 million Wii U's. Probably closer to 11 now.
Is there really more Wii U's than 3DSs out there?
No. I said 3DS has 50 or 60 million.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
No, 50
You
to
just
60,
blew Odin's mind.
50 to 60 million
Okay.
3DSs.
Okay, yeah.
And there's about 10 million Wii U's.
I mean,
if you take those two numbers together, if they combine the two right now, they're really not taking a hardware loss in sales. They really aren't if you combine the two. I mean, you get maybe 65, 66 million then instead of 70 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now you get a unified platform where you have constant. Just think how they do things. They generally do like the first half of the year's 3DS, the second half of the year's Wii U. Now imagine in taking those together and making it one system, and that's your software lineup for the year. For just your system, it would. It's actually massively impressive the amount of titles that come out.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
And then it wouldn't feel like you have a drought. You wouldn't have to worry about supplying two different consoles, and you just to me it's a win-win scenario. I honestly think it makes
Realistically,
the
though,
most logical sense.
Nintendo normally puts themselves in this kind of situation every year, anyways, or not every year, but
I don't
anytime
think they
release new
want
consoles.
to.
They don't want to. I mean, they're trying to support two platforms, as you see with Sony and the Vita and the PS4.
They dropped the Vita.
They just dropped the Vita. They couldn't support it. They couldn't do both at the same time, so they just threw everything at the thing that literally prints money right now. It's the PS4.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, realistically, Nintendo could just do the same with the 3DS until the NX comes out. Because, I mean, the 3DS
Which is
clearly
happening.
the moneymaker.
Yeah,
It's slowly-
3DS is
it's
the
starting-
moneymaker.
It's
You can
slowly throwing that way.
You can even tell that
See it.
from the thing we're about to talk about, which was probably 80% 3DS. There was so much 3DS on there.
Yep.
Nah, that's true. So,
There's a reason Smash Bros came out for 3DS. Like,
Yep.
there's reasons for
market.
this. Yeah.
Bigger market, more money.
more
So,
money.
anyways, let's roll on to that Nintendo Direct. Now, before we go into this and we start talking,
It was not an
start
April
starting
Fool's
topics-
joke, by the way.
Yeah, it was not an April Fool's joke. Everyone's consensus of the Nintendo Direct. Feelings about it.
It was alright. Not
Uh,
really too exciting.
I liked the things. This is
Well,
sounds
yeah, the
stupid.
things
I
that
liked
were
the
exciting
things
were
I was
obvious.
interested about, and didn't like the things I was not interested about.
Yeah, like
it's not saying much. but
without spoiling anything, like they didn't announce a whole lot that was brand new, but the things that they did announce that were brand new were pretty hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was expecting like a lot. I
It's
I
really
wasn't
hard at
ex-
this point,
I was
though, with
expecting a
E3
little
2
bit
months from
more.
now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we didn't really get anything brand new. It was more so like here's when some things are coming out. Here's some details about some stuff we've mentioned before.
Well-
That was pretty much the whole direct.
I would have liked to
Yeah.
have seen, like, I don't know, I'm really still hoping for, like, a 3DS Metroid, Super Metroid-esque. And, like, I would have liked to have seen, like, some sort of like
I mean,
hint towards like working on it or something.
in a later one, we can talk about E3 predictions, but let's not talk about things that weren't in this direct.
Right.
Well-
I mean, so
We'll be here
just
forever.
to kind of go through. I mean, to me, the big things, the 5 that I pulled out that were really big, and that's what you guys saw on the list. And I know there were other things on here, but the first one being the Smash DLC. Obviously, they opened up with Mewtwo, that awesome launch trailer. I was wondering whether they were going to show at the beginning or the end. Glad they kind of came out swinging. I forgot one other thing on this list, but anyways, we'll go on.
Well,
yeah, I'll talk about it.
Were you gonna go over the Smash DLC first?
Yeah, that's what I was literally going to.
Yeah.
So the Smash. So they started with that, and then they announced Lucas.
Yeah.
So thoughts on Lucas and Mewtwo?
So
Lucas is cool. Mewtwo was, I mean, we knew Mewtwo, but Lucas was really cool. Lucas was a really cool announcement.
But
Yeah.
okay, I'm way more excited for Mewtwo to come out. He's an original character.
Yeah.
As cool as Lucas coming back from Brawl is, he's still just a clone of Ness, and
Yep.
it's not that exciting. To see.
Yeah,
I know.
that's
I know I had some friends who played as him and stuff like that, but like whatever. Like
Yeah.
Ice Climbers, I'm just saying this because I know I like Ice Climbers and everything, but they're an original character. Lucas is just a clone character. It would be like paying money for Dark Pit. I mentioned that already. That's what you're doing. So people hate Dark Pit. You're paying money for Dark Pit. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
But although
People
the
are
other
still gonna do
DLC
it
though
anyways.
that they mentioned, I think it's not a terrible deal compared to some like other fighting games.
Oh man,
Okay,
like
okay.
$15,
with all the
$20,
costumes?
or you have to buy a whole new fucking game.
No.
Marvel vs.
No.
Capcom. Oh, what do you mean?
No, Ultimate Marvel was fine because it had a ton of content in it. Because if that had come out as all DLC, it would have been way more than it actually cost. But I more so mean we're getting like 6 or 8 new costumes, and I think it's only like $1.25 or $1.50 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
For
for
all of them.
and
and for-
you realize
No,
it's
no, no.
$1.15 for each one.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Blue and
oh,
I
I-
actually talked about this.
I thought it was $1.15 for all.
No.
It's $1.15 a piece.
Yo man,
Does that
Nintendo
for
money grabbing
each?
pretty
Is
hard.
that for each console too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for
Oh.
both.
Oh, well, that's
$1.15 for both.
Well,
That's
that's
true.
I
Not
just like it how like we were all here for Odin's Epiphany.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like $1.15, $1.20, and if you take that times what was it, 8 or 10, you get $10. It's $10 for all of them.
Lame,
Immediately
so lame.
disheartened.
I'm just gonna get my free Mewtwo and tell Smash Bros to f off.
Mm.
Want my
Oh.
free Mewtwo?
That
Oh.
$5 a character though. That
plays this-
$5 a character.
Play
It's-
Wii Fighters.
That's
anymore.
pretty. That's not bad. It's not
That's
bad.
terrible. That's
That's-
terrible. I don't care what you say. $5 a character. Like for a game that
Plus
I've already
tax.
got 50 characters
Plus
50,
Canadian
yeah.
tax.
plus
Oh
tax.
yeah.
That's we already got a thing of 51 characters for $60, and now you're gonna charge me $5
Per
per
character.
character.
This isn't as good as when they released the DLC for Mario Kart 8, which
Right.
was a great deal, where you got like 50% of the game for like a fifth of its
$12.
price.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like really good deal. Like actually a good deal.
So
Well, really
I-
quick before we talk about Mario Kart, something I
I
wanted.
wasn't going to. I was just bringing that up. In
Oh,
terms
okay.
Of Smash.
I just wanted to bring this up really quick since they mentioned it in the DLC or in the direct. Smash Ballot. So apparently, you can go onto the Smash website right now and vote for whoever you want to come and join the fight next. And I wanted to go around and just say like maybe like 2 or 3 characters that you want to join.
I don't have that, so just skip me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm content with my 3 characters. I think they should do a Konami DLC, and I've said this since the beginning. They should do a Konami DLC where they release Billy Reiser, Simon Belmont, and Snake. I know it won't happen, because goddamn Nintendo, but I think it would be super hype if they did that and maybe make it like a $10 DLC.
Who's your first person?
Billy Reiser from Contra.
Ah, okay. I was like, who the hell's that person?
Billy Reiser. Man, like give him the spread shot and stuff and add like Contra items into Smash Bros. It'd be perfect. It'd be great.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm
He
not
would
gonna
be
argue
a cool
against that.
character. I don't argue that at all. I mean, I could. third parties might come into it. There was that whole thing on Twitter yesterday, I believe, where the Microsoft president or something mentioned, yeah, it'd be cool if Banjo was in Smash
Phil
Bros.
Spencer, head of Xbox, said,
Or
yeah, I'm
Xbox,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with Banjo being in
So
Nintendo.
who
Smash
knows?
Bros.
That kind of stuff might happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think Banjo specifically. I don't think Nintendo's gonna reach that far. But
No, why not?
I don't know, man.
My Smash ballot. So we need Rad Gravity in there. Right? we need Turok.
Yeah.
Turok to be in there. And we need Alec Trevelyan. That's what we need in there. Not Bond. Trevelyan.
No, I shouldn't even be Trevelyan. It should be Sean Bean.
Sean Bean.
I'm surprised no Jonah Dark on that one.
Nah, screw her.
Just Sean Bean, and his epic role is always dying. Sean Bean will just be the worst AI. He won't actually be like a
he
playable
literally just
character.
walks to the right and just falls off the stage.
Yes. Alright,
How many times does Sean Bean die in Smash Bros? 1,001 days for Sean, or 1,001.
They literally
ways
have
for
like an
Sean Bean
online
to die.
counter in the game that counts how many times he's died overall throughout the entire world.
A random little tidbit. In Melee, I think they were supposed to do something Perfect Dark related because the motion sensor bomb is actually modeled off the proxy mine in Perfect Dark.
I believe there was something, but I don't think it ever fell through.
And I definitely know they were planning on putting Bond in
Smash Bros. The
in
original.
the original, but
But
I think
he
they didn't do that because
he didn't fit the universe or whatever.
plus he's kind of owned by MGM
yeah,
and
Yeah,
stuff,
he's
right?
owned by 3 people. Or 3 companies.
Well, it'd be like what?
Just the
Like
intellectual
Goldwyn Metro, the original dude who wrote the books, and I don't know, Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig.
Regardless, it wasn't happening.
Okay, anyway, so
yeah.
Health, what are your 3 people?
Okay, so my 3, I've already voted, by the way. So my top 3 is Shovel Knight, King K. Rool, and Arthur.
I feel like
you're boring.
Everybody wants.
Oh
King
no,
K. Rool.
okay.
No,
by the way,
Arthur's pretty jokes. Arthur's pretty jokes. I think he'd make a pretty decent character. Give him a bunch of his projectiles and stuff.
Yeah,
That's a pretty neat choice.
but
I give
dude,
it credit.
you guys will get a kick out of this. I told Chris this last night, but I saw this whole listing of all these people who had taken screen caps of their ballots, and somebody voted for Hank Hill, and they said that he'll bring the propane.
I definitely mentioned this to Odin and Health as well, but I saw somebody put in Dr. Ganondorf in the game he was from was Dr. Ganondorf in his anus excavity, or I don't know, some weird thing. It was like anal expeditions or something.
I'm just shaking my head.
But no, here's where it's funny though. Here's where it's funny. For the reason why, and you've played Ocarina of Time recently, Blue, so you'll know what I'm talking about. When Ganondorf switches to Ganon, and he's like, it's just that as the reason why.
Ah.
It's so good. Yes. I don't know why. I was just in tears after.
One thing, just before we move on, the one I saw, the best one, I don't care, hands down, was unsafe Wii Remote wave silhouette. The silhouette that appears when you load up a game. It's please watch your space around your TV.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And his reasoning would be he wouldn't have to even try and he'd win.
Oh.
Games he's appeared in, all 1,500 and whatever Wii games.
Dude, so we should all totally vote for non-specific action figure, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna throw my vote for non-specific action figure. What games has non-specific action figure appeared in? E3 2013.
Alright, one last thing before we move on to Mario Maker, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. They did announce that they're going to update Smash with some tweaks and stuff. But the thing they didn't say is they still haven't mentioned anything about the tournament mode that they're supposed to be implementing.
That's
so I don't know
right,
what's
they did
going on
not.
there.
Give them time. They have a year to figure things out. I guarantee you this. Now that the Smash ballot's going on, we're getting updates for another year.
And it's cool. I was going to say, it is cool that they are still working on Smash Bros. I thought that.
I like that, and I kind of heard this on another, maybe it's Game Explain or not, but for me, I really like that they're kind of starting to treat their games as if they're platforms. kind of like Mario Kart and Smash Bros, where they're constantly updated, even
Right.
after a year after release, and adding new content and putting new features in, and just making you come back and playing the games.
Yeah, it keeps everybody interested.
It's like an
Right.
MMO, but not.
Yeah.
I would probably say more so with Mario Kart DLC, with Mario Kart, because it's literally, I think, a couple months from now, and then it's been out for a year. Smash, it's kind of, we're getting to that point, but more definitively with Mario Kart. Like, Mario Kart has
Right.
been a game that most
Oh,
people
we'll
come
talk
back
about
to.
that in a bit, but
Yeah.
first let's talk about Mario Maker. I
So
guess it's the
excited.
30th anniversary of Mario. That's how
Makes
they
me
kind
feel
of
old.
how they introduced it. Oh my God! So when they originally announced this, it's like, hey, you can make a stage between classic original Mario and the new Mario skin, and then they're like, oh, and you can also now do Super Mario World, and you can now do Super Mario Brothers 3, and
Super Mario Brothers 3 was
arguably-
one of the best ones.
Arguably, 4 of the best 2D Mario games, hands down.
I want
Stand
this
down,
so
sit down.
bad. I want this so bad.
Isn't it? I mean, like, I look at it and I'm like, you have the original. Now, granted, it's going to be tweaked physics. Obviously, all 4 are going to have the same physics, and I'm betting it's going to probably lean more towards the new Super Mario Bros. U physics, which actually I'm
Probably.
perfectly fine with, because I actually think the physics in new Super Mario Bros. U's is some of the best. Like, you can
They're gonna
really,
give
you have
8-bit
really tight
Mario a
control.
spin.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Uh,
They showed off like an 8-bit Wiggler and like a weird like 16-bit like Hammer Bro.
What about
Yeah.
8-bit Charge and Chuck?
I don't know. It depends on what enemies they put in, but it is kind of cool. Like when they originally showed off Mario Maker, like anything can be combined with anything. It's like the best ROM hacking utility
Yep.
I've ever seen.
Yep. Yeah.
Where
That's literally what I
Nintendo.
thought.
You can put wings on a piranha plant and it flies. It's like what? Like you just do all that stuff. Like anything you can mix and match everything, which is just so
Mhm.
cool.
It was definitely cool. I'm not a huge Mario gamer. I kind of hate on Mario the hardest.
But people are gonna make a bunch of cool, dumb, hard levels. But some people are gonna make cool levels
Super
too.
Mario 8 through
So-
64-bit.
I just cannot wait for that game. That
Super
is one
Mario
game that is
Kaizo
actually-
Maker.
When they first showed it to me, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. It's about damn time they did it, but that's cool." And then they just keep adding things, and my eyebrows just keep raising. Then they're like, "Oh, you can make entire games now. You can make all these special levels. You get all these different skins." And I'm
Will
just
they
like,
actually
I
make
hate
you? Will they actually let you make like a world from
Yes.
World 1 to
Yes,
8?
that's what they showed. They showed it off to you that it literally levels connect from level to level, and it
And
counts.
you
as,
can make
like,
your own
worlds.
Bowser fight. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it's
hype.
it's so sick.
The hype is pretty real.
So something I mentioned to Blue is that like in the Nintendo Direct, Iwata's like, oh, you could be a famous level maker too. So I was thinking, is that, you know what, if we make a level, I like put in like an Easter egg that like people wouldn't know. So like for us as like a group, so if we made a level, right, then we would like hide bot somewhere.
It's like finding the Luigi in every level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Find the
By the way, I have to take a step back because we're about to. I know this isn't a little bit, but the amiibo functionality for Captain Toad, I hated on that thing so hard. It is so stupid. Go find Toad in a level. Go play hide and seek.
Does it do
I
anything?
cannot lie. It is so fun.
Oh, is it?
It is so fun. Like, I have done the first world in it.
Do you get anything for doing it?
You get a little stamp on the book as like a completion thing. I don't know if you get any prize for doing all of them. That's what I'm still working through. But I actually was surprised how fun I had doing it. It was just fun looking around the level. Like, where is he hiding? So
A
I don't
3D
know.
Where's Waldo?
Mario Maker doesn't have a release date, but it's coming out this year.
September.
Is it September?
No, maybe they moved it to fall.
I
think
didn't think
they
it had
just
an
said fall.
actual release date yet.
I'm expecting September, to be honest.
I just wanted it out now.
I agree. What's taking them so long? Anyways,
Alright.
next big DLC thing. They talked about, like I said, a lot of DLC, and the next topic afterwards is just Amiibo. Mario Kart DLC. So, thoughts on the new pack? Let's go there first before we hit the topic that was super stoked from the direct.
All right. So they've only shown off one track for the
It was the Animal Crossing track, right?
Animal Crossing one. Yeah.
Nothing
So-
really. I don't know. As far as the DLC went, it's kind of cool to see the villager. at this point, I don't see why they couldn't bring most of the characters from Smash to Mario Kart, because they've pretty much got 2 out of a bunch of them. And
Hell,
all
they
of the
even
Mario
they even did
characters as well.
they even did like a Smash reveal for Rosalina as Mario Kart.
Yeah, so at this point, I don't know why they couldn't, like, why we couldn't see like an actual Captain Falcon instead of a costume, or like even a Ganondorf or something. Like that would be pretty cool.
I
Right.
wasn't too big on like the bikes that they showed off.
Mhm.
I like the Beetle
vehicles.
car. The Beetle car was
Just
really
'cause-
cool.
Beetle Car's good.
I'm assuming they're Animal Crossing references, but I don't really
They
like.
They are.
It doesn't scream out for me. Something that it's not a huge deal, but we are technically getting 4 characters instead of 3 because you can play as both the male and female villager. So that's something, I guess, right? Like,
Oh,
that's
okay,
really
yeah.
cool.
I'm excited to see the other 7 tracks. I bet they're gonna do it just like they did the last pack, which is give a kind of a trailer to every single one of the tracks.
did
as
they
we get
do
closer. Yeah, they did that on their YouTube page.
that? Okay.
Were there
Uh,
any? I haven't gotten the Mario Kart 8 DLC yet. But
Oh
were
my
there any,
god, the first Mario Kart
Oh.
8 DLC is amazing.
Were there any
It
retro
is.
tracks as well?
It
from,
is.
Like, the-
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3, I think. There's the N6 or no, the Super Nintendo Rainbow Road. Like they brought that, they made it again. It's
Which
not
is-
it's
it's
not the
still
same
awesome.
one. It's not
I
the
think
same
it's
from
better.
the Mario Kart 7. I think it's its best version yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The GameCube Yoshi Circuit or
Yep.
That's a
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
cool.
that's
one.
balls
Double
hard.
dashes, Yeah.
It is.
And Wario's Gold Mine from the Wii.
Yep.
They also brought back.
I would like to see Wario's Coliseum from Double Dash brought back. That's, it might as well add, like, what retro stage would you want to see brought back from the Mario Kart DLC? If there's only going to be 3. If
I don't know.
being,
I really don't know. There's not much. Like, to me, they've hit a lot of the check boxes of what I want to see.
I don't know. I want to see
So-
them make new stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'd rather see
Yeah.
the new
I don't
tracks.
really care
new
if they keep
courses.
Yeah.
bring back
Yeah,
old courses.
just new courses.
Yep.
If they bring back anything old, I hope it's something from, honestly, I hope it's something from Super Nintendo or Game Boy Advance, because I love the treatment they got at, like Donut Plains 3 and was it Mario Raceway
Mhm.
on Mario Kart 8. Like they implemented the different physics into it with the I know the Game Boy Advance one anyway has like a what is it, what was that called? The anti-gravity section.
Yeah.
Like, obviously
Yeah,
not
anti-gravity.
obviously not in the Game Boy Advance.
Obviously.
But like they implemented it really well. So like I want to see something like that come back so that they can mess with stuff like that again, because I think they did a really good job with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really like it when they really,
Because it's
instead of just an upscale res of it, they
yeah,
really
it's
mess
a
with the
brand new track. It's basically
Yeah.
a brand new track. That's why I think it's really cool.
Yeah. So, and along with the Animal Crossing DLC, 200cc.
Jesus, I can't wait.
So you
F-Zero
better.
started.
So basically,
I am
it's
so excited.
get comfortable with your brake mode.
Yeah, it actually said like brakes are necessary or something.
Yeah,
in-
like it literally. I've seen Game Explain show. It's about 1.5 times faster than 150cc mode.
Yeah. Now,
150cc.
like if you play 50, 100, 150cc, you can tell like a difference, like for sure, but it's not so noticeable.
Not
But
as
this
drastic
200
as this.
this 200cc, it seems like it's actually like
It's a
really
pretty big jump.
stupid fast. Like
It's a pretty big jump.
it's for anyone playing, they showed off the Toad Harbor where there's 2 mini boosts at the beginning. They just go over the one and they just skip the second jump.
I'm trying to
they just
remember-
And I
skip
love it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Like
I'm trying to remember the one level. It's from the 3DS and it's got all the pipes and stuff.
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's what I was going to talk about. It was like
I saw Buddy just go right over the grass patch instead of using like a boost. He was just like, ah ha ha.
Like,
Over
I
it.
really hope that they actually add a mode into the time trial that lets you jack it up to 200cc, because I want to see people's time trials.
I'm sure they
want to
will.
see. I really want to see somebody go through that really
Speed run.
quickly.
no. Watch, you might see like people's time trials just start plummeting in time because they just keep hitting everything.
I hope they've researched this for like the amount of shortcuts and stuff this is gonna create. Like like I hope there's no game breaking stuff.
I kind of hope there is, just to make it fun, just to make it fun, because 200cc is not going to be the dominant mode now. You know that's not going to be it.
It's
I don't
probably
know, I
still
think
going to
it
be
might.
150.
I think it might.
I don't know if the online infrastructure can keep up with that speed
I
without
hope.
lag becoming induced.
I better be online or that'd be disappointing.
So, but I'm super excited for
He
that.
does kind of have a point though. Like there would be lag behind that, and it'd probably affect your like turning and stuff. People are probably.
I mean,
rage
it's already
at it.
now. You sometimes I'll throw something at somebody and it doesn't hurt them.
Oh yeah,
it
for
happens
sure.
occasionally. Now imagine if you almost times the speed by 2.
That's true.
Like the latency there. I bet they'll give the option. I bet they will. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like.
It's not going to be a
perfect
dominant mode like he was saying.
Right.
I agree.
You'd still
with
probably
that.
fall back to 150
Yeah.
just because of fairness.
Yeah.
So,
I think 200
can you imagine
cc is just
frantic
going to be
mode
like
plus
let's stick
200?
around. Let's dick around mode and hit walls.
Frantic mode.
Frantic plus 200. So
Another thing they announced, when this gets updated, they will be updating the game itself. You can scan some more amiibos,
and they're so
including
cool.
Bowser, Olimar, Toad, Wario, Mega Man, and Sonic, and you can get some new.
yeah,
The
they
Sonic one looks so cool. Same with the Pac-Man one.
The Pac-Man one was really good.
That's pretty much all the Mario Kart DLC though. I don't know. Is there anything else?
Did I not say Pac-Man? Oh, it was
No.
on this list here. That's
Yeah,
weird.
Pac-Man's there.
Yeah.
And this DLC was supposed to come out in May. It's actually been pushed forward.
right.
We're going to be getting it April 23rd.
23rd? I thought it was the 27th. Maybe I'm off.
No. Although this site doesn't list Pac-Man as well.
I would
No,
assume
it's probably
23rd. It's 23rd.
It is
It's a
23rd.
Thursday, and Nintendo usually drops things on Thursday.
Okay.
So, speaking of Amiibo, I guess we can move
Okay.
on to that because I think that's it for.
So the
Mario
room
Kart.
goes into crickets as Blue talks because Blue's
No,
the only
that's-
one that does the amiibos.
Well,
I-
we all have our opinions about this, but I feel like it is going to be weighted more towards you, Blue. But
I could rant forever on
Yeah, I
Amiibo,
can rant
but I'm
forever,
not
too.
going to because I understand their appeal. I just think obviously there are things done wrong with this,
Oh my God, on so
But-
many levels.
which
I
Blue
admit
will
so
go
much.
into. I imagine. If you don't know, Blue and TM are our resident Amiibo experts because they are trying to catch them all. They're actually trying to get all the Amiibos. So
I
We're
think
insane,
they are
don't do it.
quite
Props to them.
successful,
Don't do it.
too.
I'm
Don't
glad they're
do
not
it.
in Canada because Amiibo prices went up $2 here. So I can only
Jesus.
imagine that would be really annoying for you there.
Well, this wave 4 has been horrendous. Let's just make it out to be as if I've put it down. This has been the worst set yet, and I am.
stuff
I'm
drops
not even gonna get
the
into it.
day
That's my
that
own
you,
personal stuff.
You graduate.
Let's talk about what new was announced.
Yeah, let's talk about what's new in the direct. So we got wave 5. I guess we're gonna call it. It's like a split wave.
Okay.
It's
Which
a
is
bringing
Dark Pit
back
Palutena
and
comes
stuff.
out in July, which hopefully that'll make it a bit easier to get because there's only 2 coming out in 1 month. And then there's gonna be I'm gonna call it wave 5B.
All
And
right.
that's where you get you're gonna get Ganondorf, Olimar. Now I'm doing this off the top of my head, so if somebody has a list, that'd be helpful. Olimar, Dr. Mario,
I'll pull it up for you, man.
Bowser
Just keep talking about
Jr..
stuff.
and then there's one other. I can't think of the one other. Yep, can't think of the one other. Which is pretty cool. To be honest, the Smash ones, they're really well detailed figures, and that's why I like buying them. They're like some of the best figures I've ever bought in terms of for Nintendo. In terms of their DLC, it's absolutely stupid. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be dead honest.
Yeah,
it's
like-
stupid. It's dumb. Like the DLC
So-
for Smash Bros is dumb.
I mean,
Just
if you
quickly
want to
go. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you want to buy like shelf warmers, then like, and you want to collect them all, then I guess it's like something to do. But
Yeah.
as far as just being like an average gamer who might not spend a lot of time on your Wii U or 3DS, there's
Right.
really not
no
a
point.
whole
There's
Buy
an appeal to
Mario.
get your
No.
favorite character. Like
Yeah.
I want Ganondorf.
Yeah,
I want
there's
Ganondorf.
definitely-
That's happening.
There's
but-
definitely a reason to get like a favorite character, but like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
even then, like
but like here's
it's
the
like
thing.
$10 too much.
And what was it? The thing that Blue and I talked about, like I think it was like the day after the direct. It was that like you have these amiibo. It was like they're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get or whatever.
Oh, I love that how they quoted Forrest Gump. I was
Yeah.
laughing so hard.
Yeah. So like so essentially you put down your amiibo and they have like a game in them. Well, at first, whenever they showed off like the Mario one, it's like, oh, Mario World. Well, okay. So you have like this Mario, and I can get Mario games. And then they show like,
Amiibo Tap. That's right.
and then they showed like another Mario that has Super Metroid on it.
Yeah, well, That's just
Like-
dumb
That's
to
just
me.
marketing.
That was so stupid.
See,
That was
like,
so stupid.
see, like the thing that I was thinking about was like, oh man, they have Luca. They announced Lucas, right? So I was thinking, well, since all of the essentially all of the characters have some sort of like 3-minute demo of their games that they're from, I was thinking, does this mean Mother 3 has finally been
It's gonna be
translated?
Earthbound.
No, man, they're not going to do that. Health, come on.
Or if Mario can have a Super Metroid demo, then you're,
So imagine getting the amiibo, and they showed this. Imagine getting the amiibo, and you put it on, and it happens to be tennis. The NES is the one that ends up on that stupid amiibo.
I honestly, the worst.
I
the
would
worst thing
try to
about
take
it-
the amiibo back to the store.
The worst thing about that particular thing is like they had that in Smash Bros. Brawl. It was
yeah,
a feature
it's masterpieces.
Yeah, it was a
On
feature
Amiibo.
in freaking Brawl. Like, why? And making it random makes it more stupid because if somebody's like, oh, I need to collect them all, they could end up getting the same Amiibo like 4 times. Or they could just
Right.
be like, like they might not ever get all of them.
But
They'd
that already exists in.
in Brawl. In freaking Brawl, it already exists. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You know what?
in Smash Bros. Right now for Wii U, you already have the masterpieces.
Not
Okay,
not the
this should just be
demos,
mentioned, okay? Amiibo Tap is a free app that you can download on your Wii U, probably 3DS too. You can use your Amiibos that you already have to play demos. So technically, it's not a terrible thing because it is a free thing if you already own the
Yep.
Amiibo in the first place. It's obviously just for marketing to sell their things.
Obviously.
This is not meant for us. And I mean, by us, I mean this group.
Like smart,
Obviously,
intellectual
this was not
people
meant for us.
who can go
but
and ROM it if they
it's-
really want to play a demo.
It's meant for little kids and stuff, and parents buying their children
I
their
totally get
Amiibos
it's just
and
me
stuff.
that imagine getting tennis. Just getting tennis on NES is your demo. That would crush me. I'd be like, this is what I get.
I got
This
some.
is what I get.
I got some release dates and stuff for this Amiibo stuff. All right, so pre-orders already started, and I know there was a big thing about that. We can get into that if he wants.
No. No,
Okay.
we won't talk
We
about
won't.
that.
Okay.
We'll talk about hell.
But anyway, Wave 4 launches May 29th. So it's going to be Charizard, Pac-Man, Wario, Jigglypuff, Greninja, Robin, Lucina, Ness. It's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Maybe segmented. I don't know if it's all coming out the same day.
All coming out the same day. The day I graduate. It's a lot of fun.
July is Dark Pit and Palutena. So that's Wave 5A. And then 5B is in September, and that's Zero Suit Samus,
That's
Ganondorf.
the one. The one I freaking wanted. I couldn't remember.
Zero Suit Samus, Ganondorf, Olimar, Dr. Mario, and Bowser Jr. And they also announced 2 other things. The first was Amiibo cards,
Oh God, that is evil.
which
That
they
is-
are which they are using for Animal Crossing right now. They've announced like a new Animal Crossing game you can use with that. And so the cards work just like the figures, but they're cards. And then they also announced this wasn't in the direct, I don't think, but because I don't remember seeing it. But they also announced Yoshi Woolly.
Yeah, no, that was in the
Yes,
direct.
yes, I am buying.
Yeah, that
2.
was actually that was the one Amiibo I actually considered getting because
When did they announce that?
They
It was,
announced
like,
it
in the
during the
middle
Yoshi
of
Woolly
the-
Warden section.
Yeah, it was like
Uh,
right
Yeah.
before the indie games and stuff.
Yeah,
really?
no, it was.
I missed that.
They are
I'm-
so adorable.
Yeah.
I will buy one for me, and I'm gonna buy one for my future child.
Are they
And they
actually
will have it in
woolly?
their crib. Yeah, they're made of yarn. They're
That's-
yarn amiibos.
That's
super
cool.
super cute. It was actually like
Oh,
So
I
I
actually
wanted.
dog-
and there's
I wanted to
Splatoon
mention
Amiibo
this.
too. I forgot to mention that.
And I got
There's
those.
There's
Those
also
I do have.
Splatoon Amiibo.
So
as
this
well.
is the thing I wanted to mention about those Yoshi amiibo, because I thought this was hilarious. Was that like if you're playing Yoshi's Woolly World and you tap one of these yarn amiibo onto the gamepad, you get a second Yoshi, and their marketing
They mirror
feature
your
and their
movements.
marketing wording was, "It's so you don't feel like you're playing alone."
I don't
It works.
know. It's kind of like it's a cool idea. That would actually make me want to get the Yoshi amiibo more so because like it actually gives a purpose to the game that it's made for.
Well, and that's what Splatoon's ones are for. Actually, and so just to describe what each one of the
We
sets do,
forgot
we'll
about
just go through it real
Splatoon
quick.
and the release
Oh,
date
that's
for Splatoon, but like
Yeah, but I mean, I'm super excited for Splatoon. It's an exciting game. I don't know what anybody else's feelings on the game.
I think
is
it'll
in
be
this
decent
call.
multiplayer, and unless I get begged to get it, like, I probably won't get it. It's probably not my shindig. I'm not really feeling the third-person shooters as of late. I'm feeling Monster Hunter, boys.
Yeah. Okay, we can get away from your obsession of Monster Hunter.
But
But Odin and Health. I know Health said he's meh about it. How about you, Odin?
On which show are we talking
Splatoon.
about here? Oh, Splatoon. I'm really excited for it.
Good.
It actually
I have
looks
somebody
really
to play
cool.
with.
You'll
Somebody
probably-
to
I
play
mean,
I
with.
didn't say you won't have anybody to play with. It just, I don't know. I'm kind of still on the fence about it.
Yeah, see, I'm with Health on this, man. I'm on the fence about it. I don't think it's gonna be a game that's gonna get like a lot of multiplayer hours out of me, man.
I want the single player that's there. So
Oh, it looked more like a multiplayer game. Like it'd be more fun.
that's
for me.
because that's how they market it as multiplayer, but they have a whole bunch of single player stuff too
That's
now.
true too. That's true.
But no, what the amiibos do, since we're on the amiibo topic of it, what they do is they actually unlock missions. They're kind of like mentors inside the game, and they unlock exclusive gear and all that kind of stuff for Splatoon. And there's 3 of them, and each one has their own specific gear that you can unlock for your characters in the game. So,
Well, the thing about the Splatoon one too is like it's coming in a pack of 3. Like you're gonna be there's no like
no,
discrimination.
there's individual.
No,
There's
I-
individuals,
really?
but
Is
you
there?
can get them in 3. Yeah, you can either get them pack of 3 or individual.
Okay, well,
And I
regardless,
obviously got the pack of 3 because it's $30 versus $39.
Well,
so,
regardless, why hasn't Nintendo tried to do that yet? Or like, why haven't they tried to do that with Smash? I should say.
because they get more money individually.
Well, I mean, it's still like.
But they're helping the scalpers.
Hey, no, actually, the 3-pack didn't. It lasted pretty long actually up. So, but no, that's the one I picked up, and then then we have Yoshi, as Odin talked about, which I think is adorable. As I said, I'm buying 2, one for me, one for my future child, because it'll be in their crib. And then the final one, which I called this when they announced Amiibo. I knew they'd do it. Animal Crossing and Amiibo is an evil thing. And if you looked at those card numbers, and I have, the far right one says 92 on it. So that means there is 100 different cards to
But
get.
I think they're going to kind of be releasing like a booster pack kind of thing.
Obviously, but I mean, still, it is evil. I will not. I put my foot down, collect all those because I know it's evil.
Because they're
And-
cards. They're not.
Right.
They're not statues at this
Right.
point. They just have the functionality. Oh, and the other we should mention this. If you don't want a new 3DS, they're actually releasing a NFC reader that you can use
For Amiibos.
for Amiibos. Because it works with the Wii U, obviously, but the original 3DS and the 3DS XL doesn't have that support, but the new 3DS does. But yeah, they're releasing an adapter. It's probably like $15-20 or something.
So that's Amiibo in a nutshell. We'll have more to talk about when TM is here. I'm on the side that unless you're a big Nintendo fan and you don't, and the figures don't mean much to you, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Stay away.
It's just not worth all the hassle. It's really
It is not. Oh God, is it not? Like if you want, go get a Mario. The Mario one is still pretty awesome looking to me with the fireball and the whoosh.
I mean,
It looks really cool.
And that whoosh.
realistically, get whatever one you feel you need. If it's not too much of a hassle to get. If it's gonna cause you pain and stress, and you're just gonna end up tweeting about it after, just stay away from it.
if you're gonna end up like Blue, don't do it.
Hey, I do not tweet about it.
He doesn't
I
tweet about it.
usually-
That's right. He doesn't. He actually doesn't.
I keep my Amiibo addiction to myself.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about your amiibo addictions.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
want to know
complain
about
to
them.
much people other than health.
This is what Nintendo's gonna release next, like Amiibo Anonymous.
You guys,
Okay.
you guys are-
Anyways,
you guys are into some really bad drugs. You need to step away from them immediately.
Alright, let's step away from it.
Anyways.
Let's go on to the next topic.
So the next big topic, and this one at least is big. I'm actually super, super excited for this. I really enjoyed Fire Emblem Awakening.
I did
And
too. So I'm actually pretty
This
hyped for the new
this
Fire
next
Emblem.
Fire Emblem
I agree.
looks
Hype.
even better.
Hype.
Like just the way it's set up, I really like the idea of being pitted against your bloodline versus your friends. Which do you choose? Choose.
You got
I don't like how inevitably it became implemented in Japan. I don't know if you guys actually looked into it, and it's really a
It's
terrible way of doing it.
Pokemon.
but- Yeah, it's 2 different versions.
I think it's how it's gonna be here.
Yeah. Well, no, what they're going to do is they're going to release one retail copy. I guarantee you it's the white one where it's just the basic normal Fire Emblem, right? Easier for people to get into. And then they're going to DLC the other one. Downloadable.
I was thinking maybe they'll just release the one and there's just have like 2 story modes. It wouldn't be...
But no, it looks really cool. What's your thoughts on it, Odin?
I heard, I think Chris just said this, or Shot, sorry, that we're getting one and the other story will be DLC.
No, that was Blue who said it was going to be DLC.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was gonna be here.
Yeah.
And which is, you know what? This is lame because they kind of tease it like, yo, you could kind of choose which side you want to be on. Yeah, in game, not that
that's why
you...
it drives me nuts. I was like, that's an in-game decision. Don't make it 2 separate fucking games.
They kind of make it like the Alpha Ruby, Omega. Or I screwed that up. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Regardless,
type
yeah.
idea.
Any Pokemon game, really.
More so
it's
with that
infuriating.
though, because then that's like actual like sides, water versus fire type idea. Like which one are you
Right.
for?
So, but anyways, thoughts on the actual game though?
It looks
Odin?
cool.
I think it looks really cool. I like the Japanese voice acting. The Japanese voice acting is sweet, so I hope they kind of implement that with the English voice acting, even though I
I
don't.
think
They generally do.
Yeah.
I think you can turn on Japanese voice acting.
Yeah, at least in Awakening, I know you can. So
It was
So
definitely like hearing the dudes be like, I can't do like I can't talk.
There wasn't
Japanese.
actually a lot of voice acting in Awakening, so I would be cool with them actually implementing that more.
Yeah.
Also, it's cool that your creative character is more so your main character than a secondary one.
Yeah.
Which I always thought was really weird how this is a really minor gripe, but it's kind of weird. You can make your main character in Awakening any class you want, but for some reason on the main map it shows Chrom instead of your main character, which is stupid because he can only be so many different sprites, whereas you can be like all of them. Like it should have been your tactician as opposed to him.
That
So
is
I'm
true.
regardless, I'm glad that your main character is going to be that. I still want them to make like a unit like creator where you can kind of just make all your units. I think that would be
Maybe
really
not
cool
all
to
your
just
units, but
draft
maybe like
your own army.
like your first few characters, and then you kind of draft like branch out from there, and you
I
can
don't
draft
know.
whoever you want, and you can name them and stuff too, probably.
I think if you could make anyone, I like that'd be cool. I know that takes away from the whole like, oh well, if people die, they're gone forever. But they kind of went away with that with casual mode, and I mean, you can get a whole bunch of DLC and extra characters in that game anyway. So if anyone dies, it's not even a loss because like
You can go
just
get freaking Roy.
You can get anyone. You get anyone.
Yeah, go get Prince Marth.
Yeah, you can get anyone.
That's
Ike,
pretty cool.
sure, you can get him or one of his many companions in his games. Like that's what I mean. Like, so there's no reason that this could not be implemented now.
I think it's definitely probably the most hype game that I saw from the Nintendo Direct.
see, and the funny thing is, that wasn't my most hype.
A short mention,
Really?
like possibly to what Blue was going to talk about,
Yeah.
is that they finally gave
This
us
one.
some details on Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem.
Oh, you mean
which
Persona
looks,
5?
Which looks like a Persona game with Fire Emblem people in Fire Emblem costumes, basically.
Is Shin Megami Tensei made from the Persona, like Atlas?
Persona,
Yes,
Persona
yes.
is in the world of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah,
I-
it's called Shin Megami Tensei Persona.
Okay,
That's the
I
actual
don't
name of
know.
it. So
I just remember Cow Brains and I know Atma, so that's it.
I'm just letting you know.
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts.
No, I mean, to me, I honestly thought this game died. Just gonna be flat out of sight. Just disappeared. You know,
No,
over time,
it's-
they just let it go. No, because this happens a lot with
Didn't they say
Nintendo.
something
They talk
it
about
last
something and
Nintendo
they just let
Direct,
it flutter
though?
away.
I swear they
No,
said something
they
about
have
it.
not talked about it, and they said it even in this one. They have not spoken about it since January of 2013. It's
Really?
been 2 years.
Yeah,
since we've had any information.
It would be like if Sony came out, it's like, hey guys, remember The Last Guardian?
Yeah, it's basically that.
Yeah, I thought it was gone too.
I thought it died. I thought Nintendo just let it go, and I had moved on. And so when they finally showed it, first off, it was nothing as I expected. It was very different. But I was kind of excited because even though I haven't played any of the Personas, I like them. Like I've seen them, and I really like them.
I
And
like
I
the
do plan on picking
ideas
up Persona
behind
4.
them. I just don't like
Um,
the whole school kid thing. It's
Oh,
really
whatever.
weird in Japanese
But that's
to
how
It's a
that
high trope
is.
in Japan.
me. I know it's how it is. I get that, and I don't hate that. That's just the way it is. I just don't like it.
That's them. You're preaching the wrong choir.
Yeah.
Like if
So-
it was like men or something, or even like women. I don't know, man. Like older people. Just
Don't
not
ask for the
school
schoolgirl.
kids.
Don't ask for the
Why?
schoolgirl. You know you'll
Like,
get
what
it.
if there's a love interest? Aren't you gonna feel bad?
Most
No.
JRPGs and stuff anyway, even when they were like Final Fantasy and stuff, the characters are still usually like a teenage, maybe an older teenager, but still teenagers.
I guess so. Yeah, I see what you're saying
Oh.
there, but
No, but I mean, to me, it looked really good. It looked very interesting. Was more or less the words. To me, like the most hype, if I were to do it, I was most hype because I thought it was dead and it came back. More games. I'm always excited for more games.
oh, true.
Um,
I mean, it's
I
probably
was-
gonna be different too, so it's not gonna be like anything we've ever seen before. So
Right, and to me, this direct disappointed on one front. I wanted to see Star Fox.
Oh,
We got no
yeah.
Star Fox.
I think we'll see it at E3.
We'll see it at E3. Guaranteed we'll see it at E3.
we should save the Star Fox talk for the next podcast, though.
I
'cause-
agree. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
throwing it out there that I wish it was there.
You know the one thing that's kind
And
of
I missed
disappointed
it. So I
about
had
the
to be hype.
Shin Megami Tensei crossover? It just looks like Persona, like it
It looks like Persona,
which
like
is kind of a shame. Like
no Fire Emblem
Fire
things
Emblem,
in
there
it.
doesn't seem like there's Fire Emblem anything in it.
Just character designs.
besides his characters, so that is a
Yep.
big letdown.
Yeah, that I'll
I-
agree with.
What if they? I
Um,
mean, like it'd be cool if they brought in like costumes and like maybe like the Falchio, and I don't know how exactly like the weapon
No, but-
system works, but
You gotta have actual Fire Emblem stuff in there. So I hope
maybe they'll.
just based on what we've seen, it's not
Well-
concrete.
Well, maybe
enough
they'll
that-
have like
you know what I
support
mean?
systems and stuff. Because I imagine Shin Megami Tensei. I've never really.
It has
played.
that stuff though. Shin Megami Tensei has stuff like that.
Does it already? Really?
Yeah, I want to see gameplay. Like there needs, if there's a
Grid-like
strategy
gameplay.
element,
Give me the
strategy
grid-like
element or something. Yeah,
Like RTS
But-
strategy or like. What do you mean?
anything.
Anything.
Just
Hey.
something that resembles Fire Emblem. It really just looks like Persona with Persona in Fire Emblem cosplay. That's really what it looks
That's
like.
pretty much.
It looks great because Persona and that are really good games, but the big letdown for me right now, besides it does look great, but it doesn't look like Fire Emblem
It has very
anything.
much influence on it.
Yeah. It looks like Persona with Fire Emblem DLC or something.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty much what I was getting out of it. You can't really call it a
So-
crossover game if it's just like characters. Like that's easily like a design choice. That's not like actually implementing.
Like for example, like in what was it?
it's
like,
not crossing two series into
No,
each
no,
other.
it's almost like I know I'm taking it to like the extreme, but like Metal Gear Solid, like on the GameCube, you had like a little plushie of like Yoshi or whatever. Metal Gear Solid cross Mario.
It's pretty big extreme, but yeah. Milk Gear.
let's go through this. Like we're gonna just talk about some personal stuff now because I think we're done with.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for news. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing really else. We've gone through most of the direct. We'll talk more E3 like Star Foxy stuff later
Yeah.
on in the podcast.
Well, I mean,
but the
next-
idea was that going forward was just to talk that I kind of threw up there was current projects gaming goal or your gaming goal. Just something simple so that we could all just quickly go around and then one game we've been playing recently. I figure we can share those two things together and just have a kind of a record of us going through and seeing where everyone's at, what they've been playing, what's going on in life. Shouldn't take too long. So, I don't know if I want to open up first.
Yeah, just
but-
go. For
Yeah,
it.
we'll just do it.
Okay,
in the
so
order
for
the
projects, I
open,
actually have a lot of my gaming projects right now. I've been working through just beating games. My backlog's really big, as most people know. And just beating games, and actually this weekend I'll be recording lots of Let's Play footages, because I actually have a bunch of games I want to record. So those are my project exclusions that I want to show off, and Borderlands is the big game I've been playing recently. I've been playing Borderlands 1, and then I just picked up the Borderlands Handsome Collection on the PS4, because goddamn I haven't played Borderlands 2, and it's so silky smooth at 60 frames per second. It's so nice. So much better than
No
30
draw
frames per
distance
second
either,
in
eh?
PS3. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so good. And that and all the DLC, man. I mean, I know you guys don't like remakes, but if I haven't picked up the game or haven't played it,
I'm not against
I want
a
the
remake
remakes.
as long
I
as
like
it's
the
done
remakes.
good. Like I'm not against
So.
it. Like I really like the remakes on the Xbox for Metal Gear Solid, and I can't say I'm really against like the Metal Gear Solid remake on GameCube either. So like, I don't know. It just depends how the remake turns out. I'm not against
Right.
them.
no, to me, the Borderlands is $100 worth of DLC for $60.
Yeah, and that's not bad.
I
at
can't
all.
pass it up.
That's
And
not
it
bad.
running at
Plus,
60 frames.
is it all 3 games?
It's just the Handsome Collection is just talking about the pre-sequel and the second
Do
one,
you-
and it's basically just the arc of Handsome Jack.
Do you get
That's why it's
any of
called
the
the Handsome
Steam
Collection.
DLCs as well? Knowing like
Yeah.
'cause it's PS4.
Oh, yeah.
All right, sweet.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
pretty
get
boss.
all of it.
That's pretty
You get
boss.
all the DLC for both games that's ever been made.
That's pretty boss. Well, I don't know. Like, is there Steam DLCs? Can you get the Steam DLCs on Xbox as well? Because I knew like Steam and PS or PlayStation have a thing.
I mean, yeah, they generally release for all platforms.
Okay.
So.
I haven't really been doing a lot online lately, just because real talk, current project is myself. I'm trying to actually just get healthy and stuff. I've been playing Wii Fit U a lot actually.
Fun game.
I don't remember if I really talked about that on BOTemzUp when I was before about Wii Fit or anything like that. But I've been playing Wii Fit U a lot. We have a DDR machine at my work. I've been playing that a lot. But beforehand I was streaming Skyward Sword. I'd never played through Skyward Sword before, and I beat 2 dungeons. I actually really enjoy it.
Gameplay's awesome.
Hoping to get around to that in the upcoming week. I've been playing through Hector mode of Fire Emblem 7, which is the first ever Fire Emblem we got in North America, the Game Boy Advance one. Playing it through the Wii U Virtual Console. That's another stream thing. On my own, not really been playing anything. Actually, I haven't really been playing anything.
Final Fantasy, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have been playing Final Fantasy 14. I forgot to mention that. I got back.
I know what Odin's playing, and Odin doesn't even know what Odin's
about
playing.
a month ago. I've been playing that a lot, a lot. So
because of Triple Triad, card farming.
They introduced the Gold Saucer from Final Fantasy 7 into the game, and then they also brought back the card game from Final Fantasy 8. It's a lot of fun. So
Okay.
that's what I've been doing. I'm done though.
Oh, quick question, Odin. Whenever you stream, when is that normally?
Run this time.
When my weekly streams are usually 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time right now because we're in daylight savings. And then my Wednesday night streams, which is Fire Emblem 7 right now, is 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Okay. All right. So for me, other than the project that I'm working on with Blue, I'm not really doing. Kind of focusing on school. But then the game that I've been really playing right as of late has been Shovel Knight. And I will say that if you have not gotten Shovel Knight, you need to get it. Because it's like the control. I have never played a game whose controls were just so tight. And it's like everything in the NES era that you love. That's essentially it.
Yeah, I need to play through that. I have it.
Oh, okay.
I still need to buy it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that price value to go up for me.
Yeah. Blue and I did talk about this. So yes, the game is $15, and the game is not very long, but you'll inevitably be getting 3 free DLC packs.
That are really big. They are actually fairly lengthy.
Yeah.
Just waiting for bang for his buck is essentially.
So I'm just waiting for the first one to drop, because then after that point, then it goes from only playing 10 to 15 levels to 30 levels, and to me that's more worth the $30. That's just what it is. Or the 15. Sorry, not
a
30
buck
bucks.
per level. Oh, 50 cents per level.
Yeah.
A Curtis Jackson per level.
That's terrible. Just say what you're gonna say, Shots. It's so bad.
That was his name.
I know. That was so bad. 50 cent bulletproof.
All right.
Anyways.
With that,
games.
my current projects. Well, on the BOTemzUp channel, Odin and I were doing Earthbound, but we haven't touched that.
That's not on BOTemzUp.
Or, sorry, Puddle Plains.
That's on Puddle Plains.
I screwed up. It's on Puddle Plains. And I also have this list of games. I don't have a backlog because I'm lazy. But I have a list of games sitting over my laptop that I need to complete. I've gotten through like a pretty solid, decent chunk. I got through 4 games in the last month when I was doing it, but I've been pretty lax on it. Pretty much I've just put 300 hours into Monster Hunter, so I think that pretty much accumulates for most of my time. I'm at like 290. I'm reaching 300 pretty soon.
Holy
He's
shit.
sniffing the crack. He's sniffing the crack.
I'm sniffing
Hard.
that Monster Hunter drug. It's so good, guys. The grind is real. Yeah, I mean, and I've also watched a lot of anime lately. So anime and Monster Hunter is where most of my time's been within the last like month. But before, it was probably dedicated to trying to finish up these games. But I haven't really put a dent in it since.
All right. Well, that's it. That's a roundup of essentially what's going on here. So
And that's a roundup of our podcast.
yay!
Yeah,
a
we
while.
did it, guys. We did it.
It's good to be back. Guys,
I wanted
guys,
to
we
throw
made
one
it.
thing.
We made
One
it.
What's
thing
not
before
dead
we
anymore?
finish this. All right.
What's up?
Just similar to how Microsoft mentioned the whole banjo thing. I mean, they mentioned something. I just wanted to mention that Konami did retweet a tweet that mentioned that someone voted for Snake for Smash Bros. And Konami retweeted it.
That's what I'm saying. So Snake
So,
has a very
who know-
high
like-
chance of making it back, I think.
So, just throwing that out there.
I don't know about the other
Mhm.
two that I really wanted to put in there, but at least if Snake gets back, I'm fine with it. I just thought it'd be cool to have the other Konami characters as well. It'd be really sweet.
All right, guys. We're done though. We're gonna make this a weekly thing again. Hopefully, there's no reason we can't. I don't know when this is coming out. Whatever day this comes out, we'll try for the next week to come out the same day. Quickly, reverse order, reintroduce ourselves.
I am the Shots Rocks.
I was Helfinator.
What? How can you be somebody at one point but not be
TM
anymore?
was absent. Odin's back.
TM is missing.
And I am Blue Blazing Demon, and we are Bottoms Up. Please, everybody, have a good rest of your week. Hopefully, gaming doesn't explode too much within that week, even though I love it too, because it's more fun to read then.
Also, don't
But,
forget to follow us on Twitter, check out the site, and do anything else that you
And
might feel
YouTube.
is necessary.
Yep,
Well,
the YouTubes. Check out the YouTubes, and just be lovely people.
www.bottomsup.webs.com.
Until next time, guys. Bottoms up.